guys, I'm Aussie Villain, and welcome back to our bid to find the best team in Major League Baseball history. Today we are in Cleveland. It is the turn of the Guardians, of course known for most of their history as the Cleveland Indians. We're going to find out who their team to put forward into the major competition in general, the bracketed competition is. So let's get straight into it. The four teams that are up for this is the 95, 1995, 1948, 2017 and 1920 teams. First semi-final was between 95 and 48, so let's go see how that played out. The 1995 Guardians were led off by Kenny Lofton in center field. Carlos Berger batted second at second. It was Albert Bell batting third in left field. Jim Thome at third base cleaned up. Manny Ramirez in right field batted 5. Paul Sorrento at first base batted 6. Sandy Alomar Jr. caught at 7. Omar Vizquel was at shortstop batting 8. And Charles Nagy was on the mound. And the 1948 Guardians were led off by Dale Mitchell in left field. Then it was Ali Clark in right field. Lou Boudreau at shortstop batted 3. Joe Gordon at second base cleaned up. Larry Doby at center field batted 5. Ken Kiltner at third base batted 6. Eddie Robinson at first base batted 7. Jim Hagan caught at 8. And Bob Lemon was on the mound. 2 on, 2 out, and Ramirez hits a 3-run home run. None on, 2 out, and Sorrento goes back to back. One on, 2 out, and Gordon's RBI single gets the 48 side on the board. One on, 2 out, and Dobby's RBI single makes it 4-2. One on, 1 out, Bob Muncrief on the mound, and Lofton's RBI single makes it 5-2. One on, 1 out, Paige Satchel on the mound, and Lofton's RBI double makes it 6-2. One on, 2 out, and Keltner's 2-run home run cuts the lead to 6-4. One on, 2 out, Bob Feller on the mound, and Ramirez's 2-run home run makes it 8-4. One on, 1 out, and Berger's 2-run home run gets it to 10. One on, 1 out, Sam Zoldak on the mound, and Bell's 2-run home run makes it 12-4. One on, none out, Alan Embry on the mound, and Judnick's RBI triple makes it 12-5. One on, none out, and Mitchell's sac fly cuts the lead to 12-6. One on, 2 out, and Gordon strikes out to win it for the 95 Guardians. So 48 had a bit of a lemon on the mound, didn't they, here all week? So yeah, absolute blowout for that one. So that put 1995 into the final. Would they play 2017 or 1920? Let's go see how semi-final number 2 played out. The 27 Guardians were led off by Francesco Lindor at shortstop. Tyler Naquin in center field batted second. Jose Ramirez at second base batted third. It was Lonnie Chisenhall at right field cleaning up. Carlos Santana at first base batted 5. Michael Brantley in left field batted 6. Yandy Diaz at third base batted 7. Jan Gomez at catcher was 8. And Corey Kluber was on the mound. The 1920 Guardians were led off by Billy Wamsgans at second base. That is a name, everybody. What a name. Joe Sewell at shortstop batted second. Tris Speaker in center field batted third. Elmer Smith in right field batted 4. Steve O'Neill at catcher batted 5. Larry Gardner at third base batted 6. Charlie Jamison in left field batted 7. Doc Johnson at first base batted 8. And Stan Kozlewski was on the mound. 2 on, 1 out, and Ramirez's RBI single opens the scoring for the 2017 side. 1 on, 2 out, and Chisenhall's 2 RBI triple makes it 3-0. Man on, 2 out, and Jamison's home run gets the 1920 side on the board. Man on, 2 out, and Ramirez hits a home run to get the lead out to 4-1. One on, 1 out, and Sewell's sac fly cuts the lead back into 4-2. One on, 2 out, and Jamison's RBI double makes it 4-3. Man on, 2 out, and Carlos Carrasco on the mound strikes out Burns to win it for the 2017 Guardians. So in the end, it is the two more modern teams that will be playing off for the right to represent the Guardians. So 1995, they had a 144 record in their season. 2017 was 102 and 60. So I think 95 was obviously a bit of a shorter season. Was that a strike year perhaps? I can't even remember now. But anyway, here we go for the final. A one-off game as ever. We default to the modern era. World Series rosters where possible. And I'm fairly sure both these teams were World Series teams, weren't they? I think they were anyway. And injuries are disabled. So here are the rosters of both teams with their records during the particular season that they're representing. So you can see there, if we have a little bit of a longer look, you can pause, zoom in, and all that kind of stuff that you can do. But let's go and check the lineups, see who is going to be facing who. So for the 1995 side, it will be Kenny Lofton leading off in centre field. Carlos Berger? I don't know, maybe it's Berger. Anyway, second base, he is batting second. Albert Bell in left field bats third. Jim Tomei, he bats third at cleanup. Manny Ramirez, of course, already in the competition general with the 2004 Red Sox. Let's see if he can get himself in there for a second time. Then we've got Paul Sorrento at first base, bat 6. Sandy Alomar Jr. catching at 7. Vizcarra is shortstopping at 8. And Charles Nagy is the pitcher. If there's one weakness of this team, I would dare say that the pitching is it. Over to the 2017 Guardians, and it is Lindor leading them off in shortstop. It is Brantley batting second in left field. Ramirez at second base bats 3. Lonnie Chisenhall cleans up in right field. Carlos Santana at first base bats 5. Tyler Nasquin, or Naquin even, something along those lines. Anyway, he bats 6 in centre field. We've got Yandy Diaz at third base at batting 7. Yan Gomez, who we had at the Cubs, if you watch that series, was at some point catching for us there. But anyway, he bats 8. And Corey Kluber is their man on the mound. Let's go get this final underway. So, welcome, here we go. It's going to be an 0-2 pitch when we get in there. Big thank you to all my channel members and Patreons that are scrolling across the bottom there. All links to information for that and perks and thank you things and all that is down below. But Kluber starts with a 3-pitch strikeout of Kenny Lofton, wouldn't it? So, Berger will come in now. Yeah, the 95 side in the semi-final, really, really impressive with the bat, but the pitching was the weakness. So it just depends, whoever, if Kluber can get on top, then I dare say 2017 will possibly win. But the 95 side is absolutely stacked with the bat. So anyway, let's see what we can do here. Lindor will lead off against Nagy. And it's going to be a first pitch swing. And that is well hit into right field. And that'll be a double, I think. Is it going to be a double? Yes, it is. Just as he slides in ahead of the throw. So already, leadoff man at second, and is this 2017 taking advantage of a maybe weaker pitcher? Brantley comes in now, a 3-1. He draws a walk, so 2 on, none out. And it'll be Jose Ramirez. 1-1 pitch. Ramirez into right center field. That will score 1. Lindor will come around from second. Are we going to score Brantley from first as well here? It looks like we are. And it is a triple, a 2 RBI triple with none out. And, yeah, man at third as well. So, well, Chisenhall, what can he do? Hit a home run in the semi-final, I believe. Oh, no, it was a triple, I think, actually, a 2 RBI triple. But anyway, he gets thrown out for the first out of the inning. Brings in Carlos Santana. And that is smooth into left field even for an RBI single. So it is now 3-0 to the 2017 Guardians. Naquin will come in. Naquin, he strikes out, so that's 2 down. And Yandy Diaz now with a runner at first, a 1-1. He has popped that up. It should be caught by the shortstop. It is. That's Vizquel, and that'll do it for the first, but a 3-0 lead already. And it'll be Jim Tomei coming up to bat. A full count on him. And a strikeout for 1 away. In now comes Manny Ramirez. A 2-1 pitch. He hit 2 home runs in the semi-final. He grounds that one out, though, to the shortstop. It'll be Lindor, won't it? And that'll be 2 away for Sorrento. A full count. There's a song, Sorrento, isn't there? An old song, I think. Anyway, he's on first with a walk. Alomar Jr. with a full count. He grounds it to the shortstop. And that will be thrown out at first for the end of the top of the second. So it is still 3-0. And it will be Yan Gomez to lead off the inning. It is a full count. And that will do it for that. It's a walk. In comes Corey Kluber. Won't have batted too many times, I wouldn't have thought. He's laid down a bunt there. It'll get Gomez over to second with 1 away. And it'll bring Lindor back up, 1-for-1 today. It is an 0-2. Lindor into centre field, but that should be caught. And that will be 2 away with a man at second. In comes Brantley. He walked first time around. It's a first pitch swing. Brantley into left field. That's going to drop in. And is it going to score Gomez? No, he holds at third. So 2 out, runners at the corners, and it brings Jose Ramirez up. He is, of course, 1-for-1 today. First pitch, there goes the runner for second, and just about gets there. So, 2 runners in scoring position here now for Jose Ramirez. And that is hit into left field. It is playable. It is a good catch out there. Bell with a really, really good catch. It could be a matter of what Ramirez bats better here, you know. That could literally be the difference between these two teams. Vizquel will lead them off. Full count. And he's hit that into deep left field. Is that going to be playable? I don't think it is. And Omar Vizquel has pulled one back. So it is now 3-1. 352 feet it was. And that is a very well-timed home run, if nothing else. First hit of the game as well for the 95 team. So Eddie Murray is coming in to pinch hit. So Nagy goes 2 inning. And Murray strikes out, so that is 1 away, and it might be his game over. Kenny Lofton now, 0-for-1. It is a 2-1 pitch. Kenny Lofton sends one straight up. And that'll be 2 away. And in now will come Berger, who is 0-for-1. I'm going to go with Berger, but I don't know. The A and the E being that way around is confusing me, which takes absolutely nothing. If you've watched this channel before, you'll know that pronunciations, I tend to hurt myself, so... Anyway, that'll do it for the top of the third. It's 3-1. It is going to be Orel. Something over his name there. Hershinger. Hershinger. Let's go with Hershinger. Chisenhall's at the plate anyway. It's a 3-1. And that is well hit into right field for a leadoff single. So new pitcher, same story for the 2017 side here. It's Carlos Santana. Had an RBI first time around. He's... It's almost the exact same hit there. Was he going for third on that? Was ambitious, but he got there. So runners at the corners with none out now for Naquin, who is 0-for-1. It's an 0-2 pitch. That is into centre field. It's into deep centre field. It's off the wall on the full. And it's going to drive in at least one more. Other runner is staying at third. That's Santana, is it? So a double for Naquin. Runner across the plate, so it's 4-1 with none out and Diaz at the plate. And that's going to be more runs, is it? Even if he's caught, surely deep enough to get the runner home. So that's going to be 5-1 now on the sac fly with 1 away and a runner at second for Yan Gomez, who is, I'm pretty sure, led off this inning. And he has got one not quite through. Shortstop gets him at first, so that is 2 down. It'll bring up Corey Kluber. And this will probably be the end of the inning. A 1-0 pitch. Kluber into right field. That's going to drive in a run. Need to show the pitcher some respect, don't I? So that's an RBI double. It is now 6-1 in the third. And Kluber just making his job a little bit easier on the mound. There'll be another pitching change. It is Asenmacher, which is a great name. It's up there with Wham Gans from the 20 side. That was brilliant. And that is, I actually wanted them to win just so I can keep saying his name. So that'll do it for the third. It is 6-1. And work to do for the 95 side. It is Bell to lead them off. 0 for 1. It's a 2-2 pitch. And that is popped up. And it'll be caught by the second baseman for 1 away. In comes Tomei. I'm pretty sure it's Tomei. I remember him. Well, I think I remember. Oh, he's absolutely whacked that, is he? And whether it's Tomei or Tom or whatever you want to call him, he has belted that ball over the right field fence, 408 feet, and it is now 6-2. And this is what the 95 side can do, isn't it? We can't write them off yet. So a solo home run brings up Manny Ramirez now, who's 0 for 1. It's a 1-2 pitch. Ramirez watches strike 3, so that is 2 down. And it'll be Sorrento, who is walking first time around. A 2-2 pitch this time. And swings through strike 3 to end the top of the fourth. So, 2 hits and 2 runs for the 95 side. It'll be Brantley to lead off the 2017s. Asenmaka will continue on the mound. It is a first pitch swing. And Brantley has popped one straight up. Excuse me, losing my voice here. He will be caught by the shortstop. And that's 1 away. Jose Ramirez now, who is 1 for 2 with 2 RBIs. It's a 1-2 pitch. And Jose Ramirez grounds it to the third baseman. That will be out at first. So that is 2 away. And it is Chisenhall 1 for 2. It's a 1-0 pitch. And Chisenhall into left field. Back into the corner goes somebody. Bell. He makes the catch. And that is the end of the fourth. So, Alomar Jr. will lead us off. He is 0 for 1. It's a 1-2 pitch. And it is a strikeout. 1 away. In comes Vasquez. Put one over the fence, of course, last time up. It's an 0-1 pitch. And he's hit that one well as well. Not quite well enough, I don't think, as Lofton goes back. The Queen goes back, sorry, makes the catch. Lofton's batting. Anyway, it is Amaro who's pinch hitting. So Asenmaka, unfortunately, has left the game, which is a massive shame. And that is out at first to end at the top of the fifth. Alright, it is Eddie Plunk to the mound. He's going to face Carlos Santana, who is 2 for 2. This is a 3-1 pitch. And Santana gets himself on base with a leadoff walk. In comes Naquin now, who is 1 for 2. First pitch. Gets away from the catcher. That'll get the runner over to second. So let's see what happens here. A 3-0. Are they just going to take the open base, I wonder? Yes, they are. So 2 on, none out. And it is Yandy Diaz to the plate. It is a 1-2 pitch. It is into center field. It should be caught out there by Lofton. It is. Runner will stay at second as well. So that is 1 away. In comes Yan Gomez, who's 0 for 1. It's an 0-2 pitch. And a strikeout. So, can they get away with this now? It is Corey Kluber. Now, we showed him a little bit of disrespect last time, and he punched one down to the right field corner. This time, though, he grounds it to the third baseman. Not the greatest throw, but enough to get the job done. And we'll go to the top of the sixth. And it is 6-2. Kenny Lofton will lead them off. He's 0 for 2. It's a 1-0 pitch. Kenny Lofton grounds it to the shortstop. And that will be 1 away. In will be Berger now. He is 0 for 2. It's a 3-1. Berger straight back to the pitcher. Should be easy enough. It is. 2 away. And it'll bring Albert Bell to the plate. He is 0 for 2. It's an 0-1 pitch. Bell grounds it to the shortstop. And that will be that. So, top of the sixth is done. And they just can't get going, can they, the 95 Guardians? Lindor will lead off the inning for the 17th side. It's easy as 1 for 3. It's a 1-2 pitch. And Lindor strikes out 1 away. Brantley, he's 1 for 2. It's a 1-0. Still Plunk, of course, on the mound. And that is a ground ball to the first baseman. Easy as you like. That is 2 away. And it'll bring up Jose Ramirez, who is 1 for 3. It is an 0-2 pitch. And that is tied in a knot. And that will do it for the 6th. So we go to the 7th. It has calmed down a bit now, hasn't it? Tomei, who of course belted one over right field last time up. 0-2 pitch this time. And he watches it. Strike 3. He'll go and take a seat. In comes Manny Ramirez. 0 for 2. A full count. Manny has hit that. Has he hit it well enough? It is in deep center field. It is gone. Manny Ramirez. His third home run of this little mini series in Cleveland we've got going here. It is now 6-3. And they are chipping away at this, aren't they? 3 hits, 3 runs. They've only hit home runs. It's Andrew Miller coming onto the mound now. He's going to face Sorrento, who is 0 for 1. It is a 2-2 pitch. And Sorrento pops it up. And that'll be 2 away. And it'll bring up Alomar Jr., who is 0 for 2. First pitch. Alomar hits it well into center field. It's not going to leave, but it is going to find the grass, and it'll be a 2-out double. So, if they can get this run across the plate, which is at second base, it could be very, very interesting last few innings. It'll be Omar Vizquel, who's already hit a home run today. It's a 1-2 pitch. Vizquel strikes out. And we will stretch. It is 6-3 to the 2017 Guardians. Alright, welcome back. It is Jim Poole coming up to the mound. It is Chisenhall at the plate. And he is 1 for 3. First pitch into right center field even. It is, it's a good catch out there. Kenny Lofton. And that is 1 away. In comes Carlos Santana, who is 2 for 2. It's a 3-1. And Santana draws a walk. So 1 on, 1 out for Naquin, who is 1 for 2. It's an 0-1, sorry. And it is punched through the middle of the infield. And it'll be a single. Runner will hold at second. So 2 on, 1 out for Yandy Diaz, who is 0 for 2. An 0-2 pitch, and he's hit that up the middle. It is a sensational defensive play by Omar Vizquel. So runners stay where they are. 2 on, 2 out for Gomez. An 0-2, he's 0 for 2. It's a 2-2 pitch. It is now a strikeout to end the 7th. It is still 6-3, and the 2017 side haven't scored since the 3rd inning. Herb Parry will lead off the inning. He's pinch hitting here. It's a 1-2 pitch. And Perry has a half swing and will go and have a seat. Kenny Lofton now. He is 0 for 3. It's an 0-2 pitch. Lofton strikes out. Not a day for him to remember at the plate. That is 2 away. And it is Kyle Crockett coming onto the mound. He has Berger at the plate, who is 0 for 3 himself. It's an 0-2 pitch with 2 out. And Berger strikes out, and it will be going to the 9th. They will need runs in the 9th if they are going to take themselves into the next round here. Julian Tavares will be pitching, and it is Austin Jackson pinch hitting. It is a 1-2 pitch. And it is a strikeout for 1 away. In comes Lindor, who's 1 for 4. It is a 1-1 pitch. Lindor. He's absolutely crushed it into left field, and that is 7 to 3. Lindor with a home run, 396 feet. And that just makes it all the more difficult now, doesn't it, for the 95 side to get themselves over the top here. In comes Brantley. He is 1 for 3. First pitch swing. Brantley down towards first base. Easy play. 2 away. And it'll bring up Jose Ramirez, who is 1 for 4. It is a 2-2 pitch. And it is into center field. It should be catchable. And that'll do it. So we'll go to the 9th. And the 95 team need at least 4 runs. They've got Bell, Tomei, and Ramirez at least to bat. So they'd probably be the 3 they'd pick, wouldn't it? It is Tyler Olson that's onto the mound to try and close it out. Bell yet to be on base today. It's a 2-1 pitch. Bell to the shortstop. Easy enough. 1 away. You get the feeling they really needed that leadoff man aboard, didn't they? Tomei, who is 1 for 3. It's an 0-1 pitch. Tomei, that is lined straight to first base. So they're down to their final out. It is Manny Ramirez, who is 1 for 3. It's a full count. And Manny Ramirez strikes out, and it will be the 2017 Guardians moving on to represent the franchise. So the 95 bats just never really got going, did they? You could see the potential there. All their hits just about were home runs. But ultimately, I just feel like pitching was their weakness. Both teams, when they had their semi-final against the 48 side, both teams looked weak, to be honest, on the mound. And the 2017 side aren't. basically, and they were able to get down over the top of them. So it's a shame the 95 side were they're entertainers, I've got to say, just, you know, sitting here watching it. But yeah, I think the 2017 team is maybe justifiably so the best team in Guardians history. And moving on, let's have a look at who else, of course, has qualified for the tournament. So you can see everybody there. I'd still just about say my favorites would be the Yankees or Red Sox, one of those. But yeah, it's I'm absolutely, I hope you guys are enjoying this. I really am enjoying it. If you have, make sure you hit thumbs up, subscribe if you're new. Next up, we're in Detroit to take on the Tigers and see who their greatest team of all time is. And yeah, we'll keep going on from there. Until next time, guys, I've been Aussie Bell, and thank you so much for watching. Take care.